It's Monday, let's go. It's time for Not Everyone Wants Shit. A big yes and a in your face to everyone that says that Major League Soccer is boring. Because A, every league is boring sometimes, it's just what happens. And B, the opening weekend of the top division here in the United States saw 36 goals get scored in 10 games. That, by my math, is 3.6 goals per game, including this incredible bicycle kick by Columbus Crew's Federico Higuain. Federico Higuain, to say it right. His name is Federico Higuain, and he's brothers with Gonzalo Higuain, who plays for Napoli and scores a lot of goals. Those guys are good at scoring goals. For all of the real highlights, go to MLSsoccer.com, click on the highlights tab, and enjoy. Also, I was, and I guess I still am, a big believer in the first game of the season, really setting the tone for what's going to happen for the rest of the year. So, league favorites like Seattle Sounders and New York Red Bulls, this season's going to be a struggle for you. While the Galaxy, Sporting Kansas City, FC Dallas, the Timbers, San Jose, NYCFC, and Montreal are going to be just fine. So we'll wait to see if my logic works out. Yes to Liverpool for winning their first match ever in their history in the Premier League after being down a man and being down a goal. That's pretty big time. No to Jurgen Klopp's for how they did it. It was a bit controversial as striker Christian Benteke might have taken a dive to earn a penalty in injury time to help them get the full 3 points. So here's my question to you, all those beautiful fans of the beautiful game. If you're totally against diving, and most fans are, but one of your players dives to earn your club 3 valuable points, I mean, do you want to give those points back, or do you just like, nah, I mean, it's just part of the game, right? Everybody dies, everybody's gonna suffer from it at some point. Sometimes it goes for you, sometimes it goes against. You hypocrites. Leicester City taking advantage of the emotional roller coaster that was the 2-2 draw between Tottenham and Arsenal in the North London Derby, who are the second and third place teams in the Premier League respectively. Leicester went on the road to beat Watford 1-0 and extended their lead to at the top. Leicester went on the road and beat Watford 1-0 to extend their lead at the top to 5 points. Also, fun fact for you, I kind of want Leicester to win the league this season since my team, the club that I support, Newcastle, is absolute garbage. Fun fact number 2 for you, the only team that did not become Premier League champions with a lead of 5 or more points after 29 games was Arsenal 14 years ago. Yep, Arsenal. AC Milan. Listen, fellas, you guys had one job, which is to continue to restore AC Milan's reputation as a European superpower by winning games and proving people wrong. Not by losing to Sassuolo 2-0, which would have given you the opportunity to leapfrog over Inter Milan, who was 1 spot ahead of you, or gain ground on Fiorentina, who's 2 spots ahead of you after they dropped all 3 points to Roma 4-1. I mean, you guys wouldn't do that, right? It's not like you guys would bottle it in the biggest game of the season and then become the Francis Coquelin of clubs in Italy, where the biggest game of the season, you just make bad decisions and it just costs you everything and everybody doesn't like you for a while. You would never do that, right? I mean, you wouldn't, I mean. Yes, to Barcelona, Juventus, PSG, and Bayern Munich. All these clubs got the results they needed to keep their stranglehold on their leagues and help them boost their chances of winning it all. However, the most impressive performance of all those super clubs was Barcelona. They demolished Eibar on the road 4-0, which extended their unbeaten streak to 36 games. And honestly, they're playing so well right now, I wouldn't be surprised if they won back-to-back trebles. No! To Sporting Clube de Portugal and Porto. Before the weekend started, Sporting stood on top of the table in Portugal on 59 points, Benfica had 58, and Porto had 55. Then Porto played Braga. They lost 3-1, which effectively ended their title hopes. So, deuces, Porto. Peace out. We'll see you next season. While Sporting hosted Benfica in the Lisboa Derby, which, unfortunately for Sporting, they lost 1-0. So now Benfica is 2 points ahead of them. They're in complete control of their destiny with 9 games to go. And given Benfica's recent form of 16-1-1 in their last 18 games, I think it's over. So, peace out, Sporting. Deuces. We'll see you next season. Crystal Palace After tragically losing to Liverpool 2-1 on a bad goalkeeper error and a controversial penalty, Crystal Palace are the only club out of the 92 clubs that are in England's top 4 flights to have not won a league match in 2016. Way to go, fellas. Keep it up. Cristiano Ronaldo. It seems that every time that Real Madrid's main man gets accused of not showing up in a big game, like last weekend when they lost to Atletico Madrid at home 1-0, or if there are questions about his health and potentially his bum knee, the guy responds in the biggest way. Like over the last 4 days, he played in 2 games and scored 5 goals and had 1 assist. So, love him or hate him, CR7 fights through adversity by working his ass off. And that deserves our respect. Yes, to my favorite derby that I've ever seen in person, the Super Clasico between Boca Juniors and River Plate, and it happened this weekend. No to it ending 0-0 and keeping both clubs mired to a slow start to their seasons in Argentina. A huge, big, grande, si se puede, the Chivas Guadalajara for winning their first game of the season. It only took them 9 games, a much-deserved 2-0 victory over Querétaro, which must be a huge relief for everyone involved at the historic club because they're working so hard to regain the power and influence and respect that they once had. I mean, they're kind of like the AC Milan of Mexico. Or maybe AC Milan is the Chivas Guadalajara of Italy. Everton. I mean, despite being down a man at home against a very good West Ham team, they were up 2-0. Then they got a penalty, which they missed, and they got a breakaway, which they missed. I'm looking at you, Romelu Lukaku. But they had done more than enough to hold on to that lead and win the game. So at that point, pull everyone back, get adequate pressure to the ball, lock everything down, all crosses out. But they couldn't do it, and they gave up 3 goals in the last 10 minutes and lost 3-2. Ah, it was funny. Okay, that's it. That is all I got, except for this. A yes to me and to all of you for subscribing to the channel. There's more than 5,000 of us after 1 week, and that is mind-blowing. I just want to give you guys a group hug for all of the love. Bring it in. It feels nice. Okay, which one of you is grabbing my ass? You can let go now.